Phil Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, checking in with the Gators head coach before the game. One of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop? They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Rebels ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Running inside. It's Pryor. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like
intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
that is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll keep it on the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the second and short. And those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it. But they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a third down.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. And it's picked off at the goal line. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And how about the rough starts for these offense? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early. First drives to get something going. Both of them turning
it on. Makes it past the marker. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox, toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
Chains now on second and long. The run inside. It's Ball. crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. He wants to throw it. A little screen to the running back. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And had they not picked up that 1st down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Skips away from pressure. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive.
Down, ready. Wide, 53, wide.
Might be changing the route.
Return. Go.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later.
Hey, take it. 95-96 bridge. 95-96 bridge.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. I guess an optimist could say it's still 1st and goal, and now you have a little more room to work with. They want to throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Booster.
He wants to change this route. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. He's got the tight end. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to the ground game on the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He'll run it again. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Back open in the middle. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the 1st down.
A really good job by the defense, understanding 3rd down, the situation in the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a 4th down.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his tight end. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st, an array of possibilities here.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
They're going to ride this running back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Motion from the wide receiver. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's ball. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Singleton. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. Looking outside, and now in the pitch, the ball's loose. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. Back to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Push down for the tackle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Already 2 for 2 on 3rd down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Complete in the middle. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Might be calling a hot route. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the 1st down marker.
Well, it's a good decision by the quarterback, and I know you didn't get the 1st down, but the good news is you got a chunk of yards back, now setting up 4th and short and giving yourself an opportunity to go for it here and keep this drive going.
And the Gators need to pick it up on 4th down.
Flag 14. Flag 14. Flag 11. Hydro, hydro. Spider, under up, shift. Slap, slap, slap. Where did he go?
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Pressure coming. Finds his big tight end. You can dance around and look for space, or you can throw the stiff arm at him. He gets it out to the 17.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
Running inside. It's Lacey. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. This time he wants to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Send the tight end in motion. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Still looking, on the move. He'll pull it down and run. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Got a man, it's Lacey. And with that, he's got him set up with a 1st and goal as we get set to play on the other side of the 2-minute timeout. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Sends it back in motion. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Grabbed over the middle. It's Pryor. The hurry-up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Run inside. It's Pryor. Does make sure to take care of that football. He stopped after a short gain. It'll be 3rd down. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout. It's 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Gators are facing 3rd and inches. Quarterback making adjustments. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
This quarterback is getting frustrated, and you can see it now, right? They've had some possessions, but they only have a few.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Timeout now called by the Gators. That's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Just burrowed right right into the middle, and this clock keeps running here late in the second quarter. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's going for the big play. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the hat.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We start with Tennessee in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the home team in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Looking downfield on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Alexander. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Rebels right after the huge play through the air back to the line. The give on the counter. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Wide open downfield. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Rebels. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
Hey, QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
And the extra point was good. Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. And he's out of bounds at the 24, a yard short of where he would have wound up with the touchback. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They'll move the wide receiver.
Sweet. Rapid. Go!
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Gators send out the punt unit.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting. There he goes. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. Quickly to the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
On the run, it's Lacey. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. From the gun. Wants to pass. Rushes on him. And they got it. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen. How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Let's see what he can do with the return. He's got great speed. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Gets rid of it. Pulls it in. It's Singleton. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. When the defense loses you like that, you have to find a way to make sure the quarterback sees you.
Man, I guess that's waving your arms. Hey, I'm open. I never really understood that because I never feel like you're running as fast, but he got by the defense. Quarterback gets outside the pocket, makes the big completion down the field.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Making side adjustments here. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And you can see just how explosive this offense is. It doesn't matter what they do. Whether they're throwing the ball, whether they're running the ball, they've had some downs, but they can pick up yards in chunks. And you're seeing it happen. A really nice completion there. They ran it the play before, and now here they are knocking on the goal line again in the red zone.
He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option, the normal way, with a running back, the defense knows how to play. But how about this? The receiver out wide, now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
Got out of trouble and throws. Got it in the middle, it's Haas. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Gonna run it. It's Lacey. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Might as well stick with him. Maybe a crease. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Rebels. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Grabbed in the middle, it's Singleton. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Finds his man, it's Brown. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Going for 6. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Stopped at the 13-yard line. The return after the interception has them in business.
It's such a hard time. You know the clock's ticking. You know you're down. You got to force the ball down the field. But guess what? So does the defense. They knew the vertical routes were coming. They broke on the football, and that does not look good for this ball game.
The give to the tailback. Breaks into the open. Inside the 40. The 30. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Ole Miss. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
Number 17, set to kick off.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line.
Great. So let's all. Ready, go.
They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Got enough for the first. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43.
Ready, go.
This time he wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. He might want another play. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Rebels. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Coming out with it, it's Mays. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3. And the Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Takes it the other way. Picks up the 1st down. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop it. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. One more play to pad the stats.
Here we go. Ready, ready, go.
Looking to throw on first down. Stepping to the right. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming.
Break. Here we go. Red 54, red. Where did he go?
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's taking a deep shot. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Got some room to run. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover.